Check. 1, 2, check. What is up? What's good? What's up? Getting live?
I was just reading stuff, trying to keep people entertained.
Oh, you better keep them entertained. We're live, man. We're live.
I'm live, man.
And you're live, and better than ever, new graphic settings are available. Recalibrate your settings for optimal performance. No one cares.
Yeah, FVR graphics.
I hate graphics. One of the worst things.
Nobody likes graphics.
Dude, where am I at? Dude, I'm on my ship. I'm in Droman Kaz.
Why are you in Droman Kaz?
I'm in Droman Kaz Departures.
Okay, hold on. Why?
Oh crap!
You're not the right character, man.
Oh, am I not?
Why are you on that guy?
I'm level 11. Did my character not save? Dude, this is Ruinous might.
That you just renamed your character, right? You're on a different server. You're on a different character. I don't know, man.
Good. Let me get out of here. Okay.
You better have another one. Or else that's the end of this. Well, you
the
can
end of
play
it.
Hodge.
Hodge, let's find each other. No, I don't know. Let's see. How do I change servers? Let's go to
Button,
server selection.
Server selection.
What is Harbinger? Boom. Select. Oh no! It looks like it looks like I don't have any characters on this server. Oh no! This is not good. This is not good. This is what do we do?
Try reloading.
This is scary. That was Shadowlands. Did you used to play on Shadowlands?
Yeah.
That was my old stuff. I think what the solution is that I logged into the wrong account. The right account? No idea. Let's do this. Let's do... Did that work? Oh, I think it worked. Hey! I think we're pretty dang close. Come on, computer. Let's give everyone some old Sammy. It's been a while since everyone has seen old Sammy.
Yeah, well, like 4 seconds.
You saw him 4 seconds ago, but now he's back and better than ever. He's better than you remember him. Dude, I like old Sammy, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to sing his praises too highly, but old Sammy's dude, he's
he owns slaves.
Sammy.
You still like him?
Are you defaming the character of your own creation? Are you?
Well, man, I don't like hearing him talking about it so highly.
Sammy, are you a samurai? Ooh, Ruinous Might. Okay, we're good. Ruinous Might is back in action.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you were afraid that we were gonna have to start all over again.
No, I wasn't afraid. I had my backup plan set.
Your backup plan was to not play video games with me ever again.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm a little disappointed, actually. It was a good plan.
Hey, let's talk about how the Sith are the good guys.
Yeah, that's 3 times so far. I'm glad I took the over on this.
Were you live when I said the other 2?
No, but one
they don't
counts
count
for your
then.
title. Your title counts.
Oh, that was then one counts for what's up, Hodge? One counts for I named my title. I named my YouTube title as well. What did I name my YouTube title? I named my YouTube title Ruinous talks crap about the Jedi.
that counts.
It counts. I think it counts.
That's why I lost characters to say some variation of, because player does not exist or is not online.
I'm online. I was watching the Twilight dancing, and now she's here in front of my eyes, and I don't know where I'm at. I'm in a seedy, dingy old place that frickin' I don't know how to get that. Okay, where do I go?
I don't know, man.
Okay, seek answers. I can go to Izebo Jeef. I could speak with Duke Kendo. I could salvage serviceable Verbo Brain. Dude, Verbo Brain? That sounds like a body part.
It's a Verbo Brain, man. Which one is... I think... Oh, no. Hold on, what's this?
Frick. I lost my extra toolbars. How do I get my other toolbars back?
Click on the button down there next to your #1 move. And go back to, I think we just used extended quick bars.
Boom. Thank you. Now I'm going to lock these puppies up. Make sure they don't run away on me when I'm in a moment of intense battle. That happens.
Yeah, so get rid of the quest exchange infiltrators, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the world mission. We're just doing class missions.
I hate class missions. I hate world missions.
I like the world mission, the fact that we can talk and talk in the same conversation, but class missions are more interesting.
Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of Expedition into the Unknown by Tatooine.
I don't know what do you have? Let me look on your. Well, actually, that's the one thing I don't like about all the clutter on yours is I can't actually look at them because you got a bunch of weird stuff on your thing. You got seek answers, and you have what's the other Shakedown?
Shakedown's class, and then tattooing is
Expedition to the Unknown. You can get rid of that.
I hate that mission. All right. Now I'm gonna go to. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna follow you. You're right here, Ruinous. Your name is Ruinous.
No, not quite.
That's my name.
Yeah.
I bequeath that one to you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, from now on, instead of learning people's names, I'm gonna adopt a new system where I give them my name and then just call them by my own name.
Where did I get all this stuff from? What is this doing in my inventory?
It's a lot easier system if you think about it.
For you. What the heck happened?
Look at you. Look at you with your fancy space helmet. Hey, you come back here. I was showing the viewers of Twitch your fancy space helmet. Hey, stop moving around so much. Jeez Louise. Jeez la frickin' Louise.
I need a vendor. Hold on.
Alright, I gotta get a vendor too, actually. Tell me when you find one.
There's one.
Take a look.
Don't you
Everything
take
you see is for sale.
What? This lady's coming on to me.
I don't think she is, man.
She said,
Come
take
back
a look.
anytime. ...
Everything you see is for sale.
Alright, so if you think that's somebody coming on to you, you're gonna have trouble in life.
Either I'll have trouble or I'll have made a bunch of trouble for everyone around me. How do I...
Either is probably correct.
Dude, I have all kinds of weapons. Dude, I have weapons galore. You would think I was the weapon master.
My weapons have weapons.
Weapons! I have weapons to go to the marketplace for my weapons. Dude, I gotta sell. Hold on, you hold your horses, David. You stop trying to rush me down the path of infamy. I know what you're up to.
Can we go down the path of infamy already?
And I don't like it. Dude, she is totally coming on to me. You know what she just told me?
She probably told you something innocuous that you're going to
she said,
make it sound like...
You see anything you like? ... Let me know.
Yeah. If she were, like, standing on a street corner with her bosoms hanging out, yeah, then she's coming on to you.
With the bosoms.
Bosom.
I like bosoms. That's pretty funny,
you
man.
would.
That's pretty funny. I could have swore I heard bosoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have swore I had friends.
All right. Bosoms. Even bosoms, man. That's a good word. Bosoms.
Yeah. You're weird, man.
It's been a long time since I heard that word, bosoms, man.
Alright. That was a good show. Glad we had a chance to hang out for a while.
Aren't you glad that we didn't hang out yesterday? Because, yeah, now we have a chance.
Yeah, I would be.
The Buxy bosoms.
We actually did hang out yesterday. It just wasn't very productive.
It was productive more than it was fun.
It was less productive and fun than it was waste of time.
Well, the reason why I say it was productive is because we got to work on that other thing a little bit.
We didn't make much progress. We made Albert Einstein kind of progress.
We made Thomas Edison.
No, who's the guy? Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison kind of progress. We figured out some
things.
Thomas Einstein. We learned some things. Neck gain, but was it fun? No. Was it interesting? No. Could we have probably learned better? Probably much better. I agree with you. I think you don't have to make...
I certainly couldn't have learned any better.
I think I agree with you on in a certain category of learning. You don't have to learn wrong ways to do things first. You could just learn the right way.
This is one of those categories.
I agree.
Maybe.
No, I agree.
Maybe.
Now you're disagreeing with yourself. Dude, I forgot how to play this.
Maybe I'm disagreeing with everyone.
Dude, my sensitivity is through the roof. Fix my sensitivity.
Yeah, you probably broke it. I could probably tell you what's wrong with it,
I don't want to
but
hear
then
it.
I'd have to kill you.
I don't want to hear it.
I think when you basically screwed it up by loading another account, probably, and it's probably still set to like whatever, like 0 or something. You just gotta reset it again.
It's too high is what it is. My sensitivity is true to roof.
True to the roof.
Could you tell me what we're doing here?
Part of my quest, man.
Oh, your quiz. Oh, so you're the important one. You run in that door and I'll be right there.
I'm pretty important, man. I gotta talk to Casey Ricks or somebody.
Casey
Casey
sucks.
Ricks. Andronicus sent me. He said you know where to find Silas Wilkes.
Andronicus? You mean he's out of prison? You doing all right? Man,
What was that?
figures.
I don't care.
Andronicus doesn't really forgive or
You don't even
forget.
answer.
Hey, you're not
Yeah.
planning to harm him, are you?
Dude, what haircut is that?
Tell me where Wilkes is, or I will kill him.
Oh, come on, please. Not really.
Isn't
I'll
that...
tell you where to find that.
Dude, that's like a
son of
7-year-old boy
Make
haircut.
Sure he's there, so you can kill him.
Well, this could be a 7-year-old boy.
Out of Ether's view.
This is a different world. We don't know that she's
Andronicus will
human.
know what I mean.
Or
That's the let me speak to your manager haircut.
Can't
Yeah.
you give me something a little clearer?
I can't have everyone on Tatooine knowing where the base is. Let me call Wilkes. Make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
Don't do anything you will regret.
Like warn Wilkes? We both know that'd be suicide.
That's what I was just implying.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report?
Don't you
Andronicus
sweetheart
hasn't turned
me.
up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronicus?
Well, I could think of a few things. Have you reconsidered my offer?
That's why I called. Are you free in, say, a couple of hours? We could talk about it. in
What?
person.
What?
I always have time
What?
for you.
Intrigue.
I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever
Sweetheart, what are we talking about?
Ugh.
With that haircut?
I know
Andronicus
you're
will
getting
work
bored
that Irish by himself, but
of
Wilkes is
listening
there.
to it.
So hurry up and kill him.
Uh,
I found that whole exchange deeply disturbing.
It's not as bad as it looks. A little goes a long way with Wilkes's brand of self-love.
whoa, lady.
But I won't shed any tears when he's gone, to say the least.
She's like setting up a meet for me to go kill a guy.
Yeah.
Although I think I have to go back to the frickin' mission in the area, but that's okay, because we'll go to your place next. Because it's up this way.
Ooh, dude, why do I have... I have a star by my mount. What does that mean? Nothing?
It's just the speed of it.
Oh.
So speeder pilot, if you mouse over, you got speeder piloting rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I see.
I guess it used to only be 3, but I guess it's 3, 4, 5 now. I don't know. I'm ultimately down to find another game to play besides this, but
Dude, her haircut was disturbing to me. The haircut was actually kind of informed my reaction to the sexual advances he was making on her. It was actually kind of like I couldn't separate the two. It was like he was into her haircut in my mind.
you know, everybody's got their haircut preferences.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be so judgy.
Is that judgy? I don't know. Sith
Yeah, man.
Warrior, your group mates can help you. I don't think it's judgy to have
It's haircutist.
haircutists.
Yeah,
The world
like
is
haircutterist maybe.
and the tears evaporate in the heat of our sins.
What is this guy
I think
talking
you
about?
mean from the heat of our suns, Isabeau.
No, child. There is a dark presence newly arrived on Tatooine.
What are you talking about? We're Sith.
You made it. The hostiles outside were no match for you, I see.
Let's just get down to business.
To do the business you are about, one must
Wait, what?
sink very low.
Business is giving you the
See
business?
what Sharak spoke of. You wish to understand the Jedi's purpose in the lair of the Sand Demon.
I came for the scintillating conversation.
When the suns are bright.
Scintillating. I guess scintillating is probably more correct.
Please, Isabeau, make haste. Tell my friend what you know. I will remain here after to hear your wisdom.
Fine. Gather close. Few are aware that Tatooine was once a place of positive Force energy. Jedi made pilgrimages here to renew and purify. The sands speak of a ritual called the Demon's Blood.
I don't believe you.
This is likely what the Jedi that Sharak witnessed was engaged in.
I don't want suspicions. I want facts.
Everything is fiction, shaped by the teller's perspective. The Demon's Blood. A Jedi seeking enlightenment would cover himself in fresh sand demon blood and enter the village of the Savage Ones. Cowering before the Demon Slayer, the Savage Ones would reveal the path to self-discovery and to that which the Slayer seeks.
This sounds like a children's fable.
We are all children, my friend, even at my age.
Isabeau, as I told you, the girl faced the beast but left it unwounded.
There must be another way to bathe in the beast's blood, but you'll have to discover that for yourself, if you care to. To know where this Jedi girl yourself, and then see if
I know how you felt.
Yeah, I know this is boring. Because you commented, I was like, man, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna listen.
No, this is boring. Both of these two quests are pretty boring.
boring.
So
Satisfaction of any
you can skip it if you're not like if you don't care what they're talking about.
Listen, if I use that as my rule, skipping
Well,
conversations I don't care about.
If the legend is true,
Yeah,
and the same
well.
people have something to offer you.
The other one is all about talking. This is how I feel talking to you.
This is how I
conversation
feel
right here.
talking to video games. Okay, I got my... All right, here we go. All right, let's go bathe in the demon's blood. Overly dramatic. What are we doing? Probably just gotta kill a guy, right?
Go back to that.
Mazla Speeder Demon's Blood? That's where I gotta go.
Yeah, go to that speeder. I have to travel to this cantina.
Here's the thing. Guaranteed, the bathing in demon's blood chatter, it's not gonna turn into me bathing in demon's blood. I'm gonna kill a guy, and then I'm gonna loot his corpse, and there's gonna be like a little bottle of blood or something, and then I'm gonna give that to the guy. And even that will be stretching it, because I don't even think that's gonna happen.
You're not gonna take a bath?
Alright, dude, if we take a bath in demon's blood, I will actually have more mercy on that conversation.
If that conversation was pretty bad. The one that I just had was pretty bad too. Maybe this planet just sucks. Maybe the game's just done, man. I don't know. I try to get you to play DFO, but you're always anti-DFO.
DFO? The story's not good in DFO.
Yeah, but it's like probably easier to talk over, which is your thing.
Dude, I like talking, man.
I noticed. So is everybody. That's why we don't get any viewers.
So, shut it. Shut.
They're like, man, I really like this game, and I really like the way these guys look. They're really cool and everything, but
come here, puppy.
They won't stop talking.
She's still looking in that room for you. Snowball, I'm gonna lock her out. All right, Snowball, you can't come in here now. You've missed your chance.
I'm gonna talk to Andronicus Revel. I'll skip through him a little bit, I
think. Did Papa lock you out, Puppy Beast? Demon's blood. Don't moosh her face. Dude, my character like disappeared. That's weird. Oh no, I was zoomed in. Demon's blood.
I got a new partner, man.
Uh-oh.
I don't need you anymore.
Uh-oh.
Turn him into a tank.
Uh-oh.
53 plus 4.
No, no!
I know, I went too far on that one. Right. Is there a speeder over this way, I hope?
Where am
Alright, where'd you go?
I went to Demon's Blood.
Demon's Blood.
Demon's B-L-O-O-D.
Alright, well, I'll come find you, maybe.
I went to the
I just skipped like
young
90%
land.
of the conversation with this guy. And he's like, I gotta come with you, otherwise I'm something. Man, that's really interesting.
Something.
I have a feeling this planet just sucks. And, you know, Anakin didn't like it. Luke wanted to get away from it. I mean...
Where am I at?
There's a reason, man.
You know, I normally hate. I normally hate sandy terrains or sandy.
Nick Sanderson?
Sandy Sanderson. You know what I really like is Dune, man. The sandy world of Dune, the Dune movies or the Dune thing. I thought they did it well. I remember thinking to myself, I don't absolutely hate that planet. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't hate it like I hate Tatooine, dude. I think just whatever the difference is between Tatooine and that planet that they're on Dune, it's a lot more endurable.
I think in Dune it's more realistic in terms of what living on a sand planet would be. Like they get more into the lack of water stuff. Like you talk about it here, like moisture vaporators or whatever. Like that's, I guess, what Luke and his family were doing. They're essentially water farming, right? But they don't really get into that. In Dune, you got like I don't know. It's pretty intense. The stuff that they have to do with their suits and things, basically reacquire all the water from their bodies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't know if that
really,
contributes to it, but-
I really like that for whatever reason. I really like the Dune planet a lot more than this Tatooine stuff.
I like Dune until the third book. I don't know. I haven't watched any of this. I know they're making a show
Never read the books.
or a movie. I'm not sure.
I'm reading American Gods actually.
Yeah.
I like it so far. The dialogue's a little like childish, but as far as just if I just think of it as though they're moving the story forward, I don't mind it so much. I just think.
Yeah, the dialogue is always kind of like whatever. Neil Gaiman is pretty good at like he makes these like comic book type things, or like somewhere in between comics and like novels.
Yeah.
So, did you go into this place over here?
I went into
Shattered.
the Demon's Blood.
I'm trying to catch up, man.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
You better
I'm
come
coming
with me.
for you, Ruinous.
Okay, so since I'm not allowed to talk about how the Sith are right and the Jedi are stupid, which they are, number 4.
Look, that's 4. That's 4 recorded time.
Which they are. I have another thing I want to say. Oh crap! I got a dialogue. Hold on. Ooh, this guy's ugly. An ancient sand demon is in the far corner. Yada yada. Dude, this isn't a sand demon. This is an insect.
Can we talk for a second?
Insect demon.
I really don't
Sand
have a good
insect
feeling
demon?
about this.
Vetty doesn't want to fight the sand demon, so she gets
How does
shocked.
this feel, slave?
Is she getting actually shocked? 'Cause
Yeah. She says, I don't
I'm
have a...
disappointed that I'm not there. I'm missing out, man.
She says, I don't have a good feeling about this. And I said, how does this feel?
Oh, poor Betty. She never learns.
All right. If I bathe in his blood, I'm just going to attack the guy. I don't even care.
Subtlety. The beast must
Where
die.
did you even go?
I
Man, you're so far away from where I am. I see where, like, it's like this area.
Yeah, if I bathe in the demon's blood, I'll like this quest more than I did a second ago.
Yeah. I like the idea of American Gods probably more than I actually like it, but I thought it was fine. It's decent enough. I was one of these books I read while I was in China. It was like I was just reading whatever I could during a certain period of time, like
That's
a humble
the time.
bundle
Yeah.
book. So I just had a bunch of these e-books,
Yeah.
and so that's just what I did. because nobody spoke languages with me. All right, I'm coming.
Yuck.
Oh,
So
look, I
much
made it to the
blood.
conversation.
If I
I
knew we were gonna
teleported.
literally bathe in it, I would have waited outside. And the smell. Ugh, Cag, we're gonna stink for days. What if it never wears off?
If the smell doesn't wear off, you'll offend the nose as well as the ears.
Sorry, I hate to complain, but this is beyond unacceptable. So, let's get out of the stink pit, huh?
We'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Sure, fine. Don't mind me.
Let's get out of this stink pit. No. We'll do what I want to do.
Should we fast travel or what should we do?
Yeah, let's see what I'm not. Oh, what do you got? Clearing out the sand demon's cave? Is that just a bonus mission or what?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a bonus. Kill bitter. I need two more, so I'll just kill 2 more of these guys.
I wish I hadn't changed to a healing spec.
For PvP. For
Yeah.
PvP.
You stop that.
Alright. That was it. That was the end of the song. I would have stopped it earlier if you'd asked, but you waited to the end of the song for you to ask me to stop.
That's fine. Just have stopped.
I did have stopped. I can start again, and then that still won't be in violation of having had stopped.
Please, having had stopped, and also having had not stopped. Place start not. Wait, what?
Play start not. Okay.
Let's teleport back to.
Dromankas.
No, I'm gonna go to the outpost Varesh. Yeah, Varath, I think.
Outpost Varath. Okay, going. There's one thing I do want to say about the Star Wars universe that actually I think of the prequel trilogies. I wanted to like episode 3 the most, and I probably liked it the least. I probably
I kind of agree with that. I mean, I agree that you think that.
I agree that I think that too.
I mostly probably. I don't know that I would say I wanted to like it the most. I would say that it just wasn't all that great, really. It was fine. I actually probably like Phantom Menace the best.
I like
the first one, just everybody thinks is dumb, but
I like Phantom Menace the best if we could cut out the pod race, or at least we don't.
I love the pod racing. This is pod racing.
This is pod racing. When he says that, like when he's in the little ship there, like
Yeah,
no, that was most of the movie, my friend. We're finally out of that.
Yeah, we learn about, he's probably got a couple of serious brain injuries that he's accrued through his pod racing career.
He was really the dark side all along. It was just his brain injuries. I actually didn't like. I didn't mind the pod racing. The graphics were really cool. I hated 45 minutes of pod racing. We did not.
Was it 45 minutes? I don't think. Well, it was 45 minutes with the lead up, I guess. But
45 minutes with the story took 45 minutes of the movie. 45 minutes of a 2-hour movie is too much, man. Too much.
45 minutes of a 2-hour movie is not even too much enough. Wait, what?
I'm
gonna sell stuff to this vendor.
I liked the dark mysteriousness of Darth Maul during the pod racing. That made the pod racing more interesting, more bearable.
Darth Maul, and then also, just like, what did I like about pod racing? I liked that there was this video game called Pod Racing. Something pod racing.
What console is that for?
I want to say PlayStation 2 or Xbox. It's around that generation, I think. It might have been N64 though. No, it might have been N64. So it might have been like a generation earlier. I can't remember because I also had this Lego racing game that was pretty cool. And those are the only 2 racing games I've ever liked.
I actually got Lego Star Wars Saga, and that might be fun to play.
Yeah, but I think Most of those typically I haven't seen anything with like online co-op for those. Which is
So
okay.
when I watched episode 4, 5, and 6, I would have gained the impression from Obi-Wan that Darth Vader was something of a prodigy, something of a Jedi genius, something of a Jedi. You are no Jedi. And so one of the things I didn't like about episode 3 is that we really don't get a dark, evil genius Vader. What we get is kind of a unstable, murderous Vader who's dark for like 2 seconds before becoming sort of a gimp.
I think that's a problem with the storyteller rather than anything. I think the real problem that the prequels suffer from is that they just suck. No,
that's a big problem. So you know how you say you like LeBron, or you like the not LeBron, but like you like the overdog rather than the underdog?
Yeah, I don't hate the underdogs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good underdog story.
You like a good underdog story, but it's got to be that. Where sometimes, if not, you're kind of predisposed to just rooting for the winners, basically.
Yeah.
Better. I kind of feel like before George Lucas had his druthers with Anakin, you kind of thought that with Vader. Like, you kind of get the feeling that he was just an evil guy, but just a ridiculously awesome genius that also happened to be evil. Like, but he was the best. He was the best of the best. No one's gonna ever let you down. Anyway,
what's this guy do? Magic.
Probably is doing
blast
magic.
Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
What was the thing you had to answer?
There's nothing to answer. He's just talking. My buddy is just gonna talk.
Silas Wilkes, you pay attention.
Well, well, Andronicus Revel. I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact.
Pretty bad.
The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronicus. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody. So
I believe
took
it.
his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nikki?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
This chatter is making me bloodthirsty.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronicus alive. I want to play with him a little longer.
You should try to lose this fight to see if that can happen. They can kill us and keep him alive.
No, I'm not gonna waste that time because no, it doesn't happen. You just have to reload. You just have to come back, run back.
Well, I'm not helping.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm just gonna kick him out of the party.
/ kick. You know
And
what I'll do?
unfriend.
Actually, no, I am gonna help. Hold on. Ah, crap. I was gonna make you cheer. I was gonna do that thing where I raise your morale.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a fight, man. I don't got time.
You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
We beat you. Now tell us where they are.
You're so stupid. The great Andronicus Revel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. He even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Our sense.
The artifact, it's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah,
Cool with that, man.
I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
Tell us where they took it.
Chase them if you like. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
maybe he'll finally shut up.
I've been waiting to do this for a long time, Wilkes. Can't say it was nice knowing you either.
See, I could have killed him myself,
Have
but
no regrets, Andronicus. Least of all this.
getting
You
killed.
shot him in the hand.
Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves.
That's why he shot poorly.
They'll face much worse from me.
You take your creepy powers, and I'll take my blaster, and we'll see who kills the most. Huh. Come on, the sooner we get out there, the better
I'm
chance
gonna
we
go
have
with
of
creepy
showing them
power.
thieves what's what.
Imagine if that was one of the lines that Darth Sidious used to corrupt Anakin. He's like, join the dark side, and you'll get creepy powers.
I'm pretty sure he did, man. Yeah, so I feel like George Lucas
Sucks.
Well, so I think he, with the first, especially with the first two Star Wars movies that he made, Episode 4 and Episode 5, he sort of like lucked out a little bit.
And then Episode 6 could have been anything.
And then, well, no, Episode 6 essentially succeeded on the basis of what was already built, right? Oh, these guys knocked me off my bike. So Episode 6 was still pretty good, but, you know, he started going in the merchandising direction. I think I've told you before, I think it's actually the right decision. One of the reasons Star Wars is able to be successful to this day is because of that merchandising decision, essentially, right? That's my opinion, anyway.
No, it's not a bad one.
It's not my worst one.
It's not your worst one.
But
I don't think it's a
that sort of
complete
brought him
model.
in. It brought Star Wars to a more child level, right? Like the story became a little bit more kid friendly. You had like the Ewoks dancing and partying, and that's fine. That's cool. But that was probably his most successful movie, I'd have to imagine, right? Because it's the tip of it, and then it starts selling all kinds of toys and everything. So he kind of basically became convinced that that was these freaking guys. It became convinced that like that's the right thing. Are you talking sand people?
Yeah, I was doing what they do, man.
I heard you.
Go ahead.
But I think that they, it's almost like, okay, well, this must be better, right? Like this is what people really want, is they want the kid-friendly, toy-friendly Star Wars. So he kind of started crafting his next movie, and I feel like he probably had some of it in hand, right? Like from the start. Right? He started it as Episode 4, 5, and 6, rather than Episode 1, 2, and 3. So it's like
We're going to my quest? Vera,
which one?
Speeder, Demon's Blood?
Which one?
I can
well,
go
where
to...
did you? I don't think you finished your quest. What does your quest say to do?
My quest says to speak with Duke Kendo.
Alright, let's go to yours, I guess. You go to Varys Speeder?
Yeah, Vera Speeder.
Cool. But yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like... So he finally gets to create the movie that he really wants to make. But the movie that he really wants to make has changed a little bit over the years. And become something different.
Become something stupid. Although I will say, Luke Skywalker looks cooler in Episode 6 than he does in Episodes 4 and 5.
It's, yeah, I think, well, he's got that, like, I feel like he's sort of edging that line a little bit. I think that was kind of the point.
He's got that black, he's got the black,
He's got the green lightsaber, the black cloak. Alright, lead on, where are you going?
I'm stuck in the wall.
I feel like we're going back to the place that you were at.
Where's my quest now say? I gotta go to... Wait, trail of Padawan's movements. Oh no, Darth Kendo is yours, man. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, it's
right.
right.
While we're here, do you want to do yours?
No, mine goes to another speeder.
Oh. Hold on. Where do I gotta go? Let's go look. Demon's
Yours
Blood.
is taking you to the same place that you were. Or no, maybe it's a little different place.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a little different place.
We have to run out here, and you don't have a fast travel.
I don't.
By the time we get there, it might be up.
Nope.
By the time we get back.
Merchandising. It's not. It can't be merchandising. Can't be the only thing though. Like that could be. That could
Yeah,
be
and I
the
think
smart
that's probably-
move. That's the smart move once you already have something good.
Yeah.
And it may ensure the future. It may ensure longevity. But you got to have a good thing before merchandising even matters.
Well, basically, the property was able to survive 3 bad movies, right?
Yeah.
And that's no mean feat. I mean.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And so now they're back to, well, okay, so 3 bad movies unless you're Hodge. But
dude, that was a trip. That was a trip, Hodge. If you're listening to me, you established something new in my mind, which is that people like episodes
we're
1, 2, and
freaking
3.
old.
Yeah, we're freaking old, man.
We're getting up there.
We're getting up there.
Basically, that's it. Once the younger generation is liking the prequel trilogy more,
Like, well, that wasn't from my youth. I don't know.
might as well
What
spend it,
are we talking
man.
about, man? What are we talking,
What are we talking
about? Talk about suicide pacts with Star Wars. Anyway,
Hey, hold on real quick. Kids out there, because he has a child stream,
it's a child
don't
stream.
get involved in a suicide pact involving anything.
But especially Star Wars. Not just kidding.
And except for Star Wars. Wait, what?
Alright, yeah, this is where this nutcase is.
But yeah, it's a little crazy. But that's just, it didn't surprise me as much.
So I think in Rogue One, when you have the Darth Vader killing spree, which is actually probably one of the coolest aspects of that movie.
That's probably your idea of what Darth Vader should have been.
He should have been that for almost like years before he really.
Yeah, I feel like they really didn't. There was almost no reason Anakin was supposed to be anything special based on how he was actually portrayed in the prequels. Right?
Is this gonna be bathing in blood? Hold on.
Didn't you already bathe in the blood?
I don't know. I actually got enough of his blood on me, I guess. I actually want to like.
I trailed and observed your descent here. I could not believe my eyes. The Sand People all ran from you. What transpired inside the Sand Demon Cave that makes this so?
My business is none of yours.
Now that I see you close up, I can guess. You have the demon's blood all over you. Its essence follows you.
That's it from Betty. Like, I'm not talking.
I know. Just look at shocked.
There doesn't seem to be anything here.
She's learned her lesson finally.
Wait. On your guard, Offworlder. One of the Sand People approaches.
Enough of this.
It didn't even attempt to defend itself. I've never seen one of its kind be so passive.
She should replace Betty. She's like basically neutral about your
This parchment the
actions.
Sand Person brought is remarkable. It is a crude but very clear map of the desert. It marks a door carved into the wall of the Desert Wound Ravine. But I've mapped this ravine and there is no such door.
Perhaps the Sand People know the desert better than you.
Perhaps. An unsettling thought. The ravine marks the farthest I or anyone I know of has dared venture. Here are the coordinates. I will follow stealthed, using the dune's shadows.
Just stay out of my way.
I am not much use in hand-to-hand combat anyway. Darth Barris enlisted my services to be scout and lookout, and I intend to do my job. Head deeper into the desert, and you will find the Desert Wound.
She just met a Jedi mind trick to me.
Journey.
She holds her hands up like, "Don't kill me" as I walk away. I like that.
She knows, man.
What's going on, Penguin? What's going on, Waffles? What's going on, Mubot? Oh, Coco Con Leche is there. Baby love. What were you saying?
What were you saying?
I don't know. You were saying something.
Oh, we were just talking crap about Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, Darth Vader owning some
Owning some noobs.
Pernonin
Pernonin noobs.
Pernonin noobs, man. That was probably the best part of that movie.
I disagree. It was a great part of the movie, but I don't think it's. I think the movie was really good all around. I think the best part of the movie is
The whole movie.
when like they don't make out at the end.
The best part in the movie is one of the best parts. So similar to what the sentiment of what you're saying, or like just not pointlessly making out on like for no reason, right?
Yeah.
But similarly, when she gives her inspirational speech and no one cares, I really like that actually.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, she's like, it's time for hope. Revolutions are built off of hope, and then everyone's like, awkward. Change the subject.
Yeah, we actually don't have any of that. So, we gotta get out.
Yeah.
We lost.
We lost.
I like that movie. It was pretty good.
It was a good movie.
And I agree that Darth Vader is a great part of the movie, and I think that's like the lore of Darth Vader, and how he probably should have been perceived. Somehow the weakness of the prequels really does. I think you hit right on it. It kind of boils down to their portrayal of Anakin. He's a weak, whiny kid. He's never actually all that great. In the original Star Wars, he's like, Anakin Skywalker was a great Jedi Knight, and Darth Vader is just like so tough and so cool that he could like kick anybody's butt. But like basically, Anakin kills a bunch of children who can't fight. and then also like gets beaten by Obi-Wan. Like he really is not that good. And I don't know, man. I don't know about Anakin.
So that's pretty funny. He just kills a bunch of kiddos. Anakin.
I mean younglings, obviously.
Younglings. You killed younglings. Darth Vader. So tell me, when I remember when watching the movie, it's surprising how well I remember who I was and where I was at when I first saw the original trilogy.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think, a testament to the original trilogy itself, is I know kind of exactly
Outpost Zerash. Top left, or in the left. Not top left, but it's top left of what I had.
So I think it's episode 4, or maybe it's episode 4, maybe it's 5, but I think it's 4, where one of Darth Vader's like leaders is like giving him some bad news, and all of a sudden he just starts choking.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what? Darth Vader's doing that? This
Don't
guy
choke
has
on your ambition. Aspirations.
That was pretty stupid. But
that's probably the worst part of that. Rogue One.
That was pretty dumb. But no. I remember thinking to myself as just a young kid, it's like, bad guys killing bad guys because they're bad guys? I mean, that makes perfect sense. Why didn't I think of that before, right? Whereas before that, and maybe it's just like the G.I. Joe culture or Transformers, the bad guys are always in complete subservience to the head bad guy. But in the dark side of the Force, it wasn't that. No one was really like that subservient to Darth Vader, but they all respected him, and they feared him like ridiculously. Like they were completely servile, or they were actually cantankerous to him. And he actually, like, the fact that he killed one of his own people and like gives the other guy a field promotion, it's like, I remember as a kid, I was like, holy crap, this is one bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Bad mother, what's your mouth there? Cause
shut your mouth. Did I cut out?
No, I heard you. It's just like, I'm not hearing the I'm hearing an eh.
Shut your mouth. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I'm not gonna voice this, then I'm gonna just fast forward it.
You better fast forward it. I don't know. I just remember thinking like that was a completely real aspect of Darth Vader that I can't remember a movie before that point where I can think of a bad guy being abusively cruel to his own people. It could just be like where I was in life, or maybe there was other movies that kind of had a similar sort of like thing. But it didn't seem like that was a sci-fi like ism or a sci-fi trope per se.
I mean, I don't know for sure. I feel like it is now, probably.
For sure it is now.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say, it would be hard for me to say that I found one before that. I do, to your other point though, I do actually remember where I was when I watched them for the first time. Or I don't know about for the first time, but I used to watch it. We had like a VHS recording of, I want to say it was just episode 5 and 6. So I might not have seen episode 4 for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, like, my first memory of it is watching the Hoth planet, right? Like, that whole stuff that goes down there, and then Yoda, and then other. Yeah. And then episode 6. So when I was a kid, my favorite was Return of the Jedi, because I think that's more geared towards kids than the other two. Plus, it's just like, you know, it was probably the one I had seen the most, and we had the best recording of.
I remember as kids, episode 5 and 6 came on over-the-air TV a lot.
Yeah.
So that's probably why you had the VHS recordings.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Back in the day,
when I was really young, we had like cable and all this stuff, and then we didn't have it for a long time. And then we got it again later in life, but yeah, so we just had like a bunch of recordings. Like most of my childhood movies, with the exception of a few like major ones, were like we'd watch like, oh yeah, don't just go get the video out of there, and it's just like a VHS with a weird, you know, like label on it and like Sharpie writing of what this is. First Eric, then Jack, Hayes. Oh, who cares?
Yeah,
if you're not gonna voice it, I don't care.
Did you what?
If they're not gonna voice this stuff, then I don't care about it.
Couple things, taking trips in the past. Can you imagine? So back in the day, you know, the VHS was widely available, and then you could basically steal anything, or not steal, but I guess you could say steal. You could basically pirate. You could pirate anything you want off of just over-the-air TV and just trim it down, edit it, and then you can sell it or give it away or do anything with it. You can do DVR, but it's not nearly so easy.
I don't know. It's not easy to trim or do anything with a regular VHS player.
They sold those. They sold those things where you could put the two decks side by side.
Yeah.
And then just like pause and like stop and fast forward the other and like transfer it.
The only way really would have been to like, well, for average person, I don't know about the double decks or whatever. For me, it would have been just like you pause, because you could pause during the commercials while they were playing,
and then re-record it, which everyone did,
and then start your recording. But like you'd have to really know when the commercials were going to be up and like be like on the ball with it. Otherwise, you'd miss part of the movie, which most people probably don't care about. But
I don't know.
But I also think that people probably don't care too much about. But everybody has VHS, right? Like. Nobody, in that day and age, almost nobody would have not had it. So, and it's sort of like, well, they can also do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit, I don't know. I don't know what I think about piracy laws. I don't have.
Well, we can't talk too much about certain aspects of piracy laws.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we could talk always about whether piracy laws should be reformed or what have you, but not. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to talk about infractions of piracy laws. I'm just saying piracy. Oh, did you get the thing here?
Yeah, I gotta go to this next place. All right. So I don't know. I feel like people should have their intellectual property protected. Businesses should have their intellectual property protected. Individuals should have their intellectual property protected. And I mean, this can be a little bit overbearing. I don't think you should ever, like, get in huge trouble for whatever, right? But
a buddy of mine downloaded illegally the Bruno Mars album that has that popular song, the Uptown Funk You Up. It's not Bruno Mars, it's that other guy, Mark Ronson.
Featuring Bruno Mars.
Featuring Bruno Mars. Stole that song, and Comcast slapped him with $300 and said, hey, you enjoy that because you paid $300 for it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, typically, like that, I don't know, that's like an extreme case. Usually Comcast or really any service provider, what happens is, like, the company or whatever is watching their property, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll usually send something to Comcast saying, hey, people are on your service stealing our stuff. And so that basically it's on Comcast to then, like, They'll usually just send like a cease and desist, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
A DMCA, but.
I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'm gonna go away real quick, and I'll be right back. But I'm gonna set my guy to follow you. You can get me locked. You can get me stuck. Whatever. It's up to you. But I'm following you.
All right.
What's up? I'm back. Back. Oh, Renegade Ruby 2. He's not anywhere. Hey, he's back. Oh, he's following me. Hey, we're gonna go get your next quest. Actually, you're gonna get dislodged from Sand People. No, you're probably fine. They're probably all coming after me.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Nobody better mess with us now. That's right, Betty. You tell them. You tell these guys. These are Sand Raiders. They're Sand People. Alright, Renegade, Rubatube. Boom, 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 boom.
You're good to go.
Hey, this is free XP.
XP, man, what's up? You were following me and I was following you.
Did you say that's actually just like our relationship on Twitch?
Hey, let's get some followers. How about this? I'll follow you, you follow me. Done.
This is a follow for follow scheme.
Follow for follow. Hey,
let's see, where are we going?
We're going this way.
No, I think we gotta go back to the speeder probably.
Outpost Zash,
Well,
Serash.
Yeah, because I don't know where your quest is, but it doesn't seem to be in this area.
My quest is in the place.
Oh.
Okay.
Those little things are just.
So we just gotta go all the way back?
Yeah, just here. Save the fast travel. I didn't put my lightsaber away when I got on this bike.
It's dangerous, man.
That's like way more dangerous than a whole lot of things they say don't do while you're on a bike.
Don't run with scissors. Don't run with lightsabers, Mom. What the heck with scissors? Lightsabers, you'll like just singe everything off. Don't get on your speeder with the saber. Lightsaber.
Singe is the worst. Is not the worst of it.
Um,
Lop things off.
Yeah, lop is pretty bad. I think why okay. Here's something that I have a hard time putting into. So, do I think creators and people responsible for content should be compensated for their work, time, and efforts? Absolutely, they should. How to accomplish that? I don't know. Functionally, boots on the ground? I don't know. I don't think the answer is like tighter piracy laws. But so let's just say that from a principle perspective, I think we should get these content creators paid. I think that's important. Where are you at? Where are we going? Or are you just?
Well, I don't know.
You're just
I sound.
Do I require a medical attention? I don't know. Do I look? I feel like your question makes me feel like I do, even if I don't really require it. I feel like the way you've asked that question is now making me self-conscious. Thanks.
Oh, I have to go to my ship's hangar on Tatooine.
Tatooine.
Where are you go?
Where are my go?
Where are you go?
Where am I go? Let's see. I am go. I gotta go to Mos Anik Speeder Oasis.
Mos Anik.
I gotta go to Trek to the Oasis. I gotta go on a trek to the Oasis.
Alright, let's go to Mos Anik Speeder.
Okay, so I agree with you that content creators should be paid, and to what extent? I don't know. Great extent. They're responsible for a lot. But I don't think the answer is piracy laws. I think there's a certain tipping point to where, however much we're comping content creators for their work, there's a certain point to where, in the lack of...
Sorry, I still have my lightsaber out. Anyway, go ahead.
Put that away. There's a tipping point. Okay, back up a little bit.
This way.
Movies, music, entertainment is identical with American culture in that we don't have gods, we don't have local gods, we don't have broad gods, we don't have cultural myths. The closest we probably get is something like
Paul Bunyan,
Daniel Boone,
David Bowie.
David Bowie. No, what's the other? There's another one. There's another Bowie, right? Here's David Bowie.
What's his name? Paul David Bunyan.
No, we're gonna go with David Bowie. Yeah, what's this freaking guy? The Alamo, right? Is who you're talking about?
Yeah. Coonskin hat guy.
Yeah, okay. Wow. We agree on the person. Whether we've called him right, who knows?
Also, Abe Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln's less of a myth.
Well, he's not a myth so much. Like, those people were real people.
George Washington. Well, no, I mean, but the myth comes from.
But like that's something that like culturally everybody can agree that Abe Lincoln's a bomb.
Okay, well, okay, I'll give it to you. George Washington for sure. Anyway, we lack real good myths. So in the lack of really great myths that shape our culture, what we have is American entertainment. And insofar as American entertainment has become the new myth, to that extent, it should be free. That's part of our identity. So
to a point, I kind of agree. That like I don't think I agree with that as like a whole like broad sweeping statement. I agree with that in individual cases when something becomes so big, like Game of Thrones. Let's take Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a what's the word? Because I had actually thought of this before, but like Game of Thrones is basically like so big in our culture right now. It's like it's an important part of like American culture today. And to that, it's almost necessary, right? Like, that's the word I want to use. It's, like, necessary, at least to have a decent understanding of it, to be able to function in most settings because it's so big to our culture today, right? Like, and that's, I think, like, Star Wars is like that, right? At least just in general.
So I could almost imagine, like, a different type of compensation for, let's say, a person like George R. Martin, that he doesn't have to lean on now piracy laws so that he gets paid. If we want to just elevate him to like, hey, dude, you did something cool.
God status?
Yeah, I don't know about God
that's
status. That's
kind of where we're going. Well, that's what, like, in lieu of having gods or myths or whatever, we make the creators that, right?
Penguin says natives and Mexicans, or natives have myths like galore. He's Mexican, and skinwalkers, and like, I believe in those, but those, so skinwalkers, hold on, story point. Dude, is this the lady on the lake? She's got the Zephyr blade.
It doesn't look like a lady.
Way, Dark One, but I have come to correct your course.
What?
I am the embodiment of your greatest potential.
What? Shocking Betty? You're gonna shock Betty then?
That's your greatest potential.
Impossible. You're trying to trick me.
Only someone riddled with fear lies to himself. The light eliminates the need for such fear. Let me prove that I am you. We hunt Nomen Kar's Padawan, who can see the true nature of anyone. Our master, Darth Barris, fears that this girl will expose his network of spies and bring about his demise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at how you persist in trying to hide. And you believe this way to be a sign of strength. If you persist down this path, your life will be consumed by paranoia and fear.
Yeah,
the
man.
trail will wait around every corner. You will never know whom to trust.
I like it that way.
You might like the alternative better.
Don't talk to me anymore.
You see, the dark side seeks to subjugate the Force. It treats the Force as an adversary to be used and manipulated. When you embrace the light, you meld with the Force, become part of it. Then true clarity and peace can be achieved.
Don't make me laugh.
Don't scoff, Dark One. Look at
Stop
our master.
calling me Dark One.
If the
We're
dark
both
is
the same
so
color.
potent, why is Darth Barris deathly
Oh,
afraid
he's kind of brighter,
of
though.
a young girl? Nomen Kar's Padawan
What was
is
that?
merely a nascent
He just
champion
glitched out in front of me. How am I going
and
to trust someone who
already she
glitches?
strikes fear into the heart of a dark side master.
Same way you trust
I won't fall for your
everyone else.
If you refuse
Which is
the
apparently
light,
not
you
at
must
all,
strike
right?
me down. Do you have it in you to kill part of yourself?
I will eradicate all lightness in the galaxy.
Come then, take me on. You will discover the light inside you cannot be vanquished.
Shut up. Tired of your crap. Ooh, he turned into you! Dude,
No,
you're
he
my
has a
dark
mask.
side.
You're always blaming me for being light side.
This guy is he's like, you're the representation of light in my life.
Yeah, that's just the guy with a similar mask, man.
Well,
It's not even orange like mine.
well, it's because he's not as evil as you.
It's like if you saw a guy wearing like a one team's hat and then saw another guy wearing the same team hat, and it'd be like, the same guy!
Oh, he's gonna, dude, the two shall become one.
You have proven your way is strong and viable. With this victory, our essence has been purified.
Who's he talking
Clarity
to?
of this communion, a vision of our
That's-
destiny.
that's your
on
reflection
Tatooine
talking.
appears.
Oh no, they just succeeded in becoming truly light side.
An encampment
No,
hidden
you
in the
became
farthest
dark side,
reaches
man.
of
You
the
killed the
desert,
light side part.
past a rock formation called the Forbidden Pass.
Forbidden Pass. What an ominous name.
There is no doubt this is where the Padawan will
Okay,
be
I'm
reached.
bored. Blah 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 blah. Were you spying? Blah 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 blah. Grow up. Blah 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 blah. I appreciate your help. Blah 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 blah.
I should be so lucky.
Of course, I spent a bit.
His
Alright.
point.
Yeah.
So I agree that there are myths, but like in terms of a dominant culture myth, there's nothing really other than the entertainment culture of America, right?
Yeah, I think that. So, let's see.
I'm going back to my ship real quick.
Skinwalkers, Slenderman. Those are good myths, but they're not. I think they're myths, but they're not For one, so Slender is like a Scandinavian or German or some sort of like white person myth that's not, at least it's not this part of the country, the part of the country I'm from. Skinwalker is much closer, but it doesn't, as far as I know, it can shape the worldview of your average Mexican or Indian, and to some extent shapes my worldview a little bit. I partially believe in Skinwalkers. More the thing we're talking about is the myth of Jesus Christ, or something like Christianity, the Christian myth. Again, not to say that myths are not true, because I think a myth could be true, just like George Washington or Abe Lincoln. So when we're talking about myth, we're talking about culturally pervasive, or culturally, what's the word? Culturally ubiquitous myths. Culturally identifying myths, I guess. Like everyone, we basically define ourselves by these stories. They define who we are as people. And so Christianity comes much closer to that mark than, say, Skinwalkers, for example.
Or at least it has, probably in the past. But
it's
I would say we define ourselves by our entertainment stories, probably
much more. Yeah, I'd say Christianity has lost its power to a great degree. Now, this is tangential to whether or not you think Christianity is true. Again, I think Christianity is true, but the extent to which I think Christianity pervades our culture is much lower than, say, a new Marvel movie or a new Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, man, Spider-Man's bomb. Wait, what?
Freaking, where am I? Where are you at, man? Where do I go?
I had to go to my hangar to talk to this weird-haired lady again.
So I just gotta get out of here?
Cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna make my way. So that's what we're talking about.
Hold on.
Penguin. Well, that's at least the position I'm creating. You should mute yourself so I can talk.
I was trying, but it didn't work. Go ahead and talk. I don't care.
All right. Another thing, Penguin. I'm plugging for net neutrality. You should go stop the repeal of net neutrality. Put your commission in to stop the repeal of net neutrality. I believe in it. Lackey, I think, is indifferent or closer to indifferent.
No, I would prefer that net neutrality stay as is, or even grow.
You'd rather
better.
not put your name out there, though.
I don't want to put my name in official court proceeding documents, man. For anything. That's how they get you. I'm conspiracy theory man now.
I believe it. I believe that it might come to bite you, but I think there's some things worth it.
Maybe.
This one's for the little man.
But so I feel like net neutrality doesn't benefit individual people very much at all, or like not the repeal of net neutrality doesn't benefit anybody at all, other than businesses. But it benefits all the businesses in different ways, I think. Mm-hmm. At least in terms of all the companies for whatever we're talking about, internet or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Because it basically allows the big companies to promote their own stuff more, and allows a small company to like say like, hey, we're not going to do what the big company does, and we'll let you guys have all the speeds for all the same things or whatever. If it's going to be slow anyway for the stuff that you want to do, you might as well come join us, right?
Yeah.
But it also, I mean, I don't know if it'll let them jack up prices or anything like that. I think ultimately, I think the effects will be minimal, but you never know. And I'm cool with, like, everybody's promoting it. I have the same problem you have, not in video games and not in like other things, but when I log onto a site and it's like this pervasive, annoying bar that I can't get rid of that says stop net neutrality rules from being repealed. It's like, fuck you, man. I don't care. That's it. Like that's the real reason I probably won't do it, is because it's like
the annoying banners.
It's the annoying banner. Like I don't mind the banner. Okay, like then I'll close it, and then if it pops up every time, that's fine. But it's like it's unget-rid-ofable.
Unget-rid-ofable is a good vocabulary term.
Well, I hate things that are unget-rid-ofable because they really kind of. I have this aesthetic mind, right? Mm-hmm. Or aesthetic seeking mind, mm-hmm. And yeah, it just looks tacky and annoying, and I hate it. So
Penguin says, I believe in free and open net, but I gotta go check with my employer. He works for an ISP.
See, I think it'll benefit ISPs. I think it will. Like, obviously, that's who it's designed. The repeal is designed to benefit the businesses.
Yeah.
So if you work for an ISP, like, it actually might not be a good thing to put your name on a document like that. That could actually come back to bite you.
Could be.
Well, it wouldn't bite me.
It shouldn't because of like retaliation laws, but you're right. It could. I don't know.
Yeah. Big businesses don't care, man. Anyway, I gotta mute you real quick.
You better mute me. So back to myths. So what I'm saying is the word myth is one that has come to mean in popular colloquial culture means something that's not true. In fact, you probably think if you Google the word myth, you come up with not true. I don't know if you think that that's what it means, and I'm not really accusing you of that, especially as you bring up skinwalkers, and you're being Mexican. Maybe that means that plays in somehow to your belief system. Again, I actually have some belief in skinwalkers. I have some sort of strange first-hand experience with something along those lines that I'll have to recount to you one day. But so I don't mean not true. I mean, what I'm trying to say, and I don't know if you heard the first part of this rant, is that these cultural myths, I think content creators should be compensated for their. I was recapping. Content creators should be compensated for their content creation to a point. To a tipping point, and when it becomes like massively just part of our identity, even if it's just temporarily part of identity, that person is put into that content creator is put into a new rank where they're just basically like, well, fine. He's watching American Gods. You missed the start of the show, man. I'm reading American Gods. Did I tell you that? Oh, I think I told you that. I'm reading American Gods. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's a good show. I'm enjoying the book decently. Well, I don't know if it could be a good show because the book is like, it's good, but it's definitely not. I can already tell it's not going to be one of my favorites, but I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites, but the show, I only watched the first 3 episodes, and I feel like they did do justice to the book. It was really slow paced, but like it was really like well paced. However, it's a hard one to watch week to week.
Yeah.
So it's like one I would need to have all the episodes probably in front of me to binge.
Yeah.
To be able to really get behind it.
Yeah. So
where'd you go?
My criticism so far, I'm right about to hit my next quest line. I'll wait for you. So if you want to be a part of my story.
Well, yeah, I guess I finished with my story on this planet. I didn't realize it.
Oh, that's fine. As far as the criticism of it, I'm located in the Zerosh outpost. So go to Zerosh, and I'm just outside of town.
Okay, I'm gonna port to Zerosh. Okay, keep talking.
American Gods. In the book, the conversation is cheesy. It's cheesy in a way that I think is deep for some. Like somebody might think of a concept and be like, "Oh wow, that's a interesting way of wording that piece of wisdom." To me, it makes the authors like that's as deep as the author goes. There could be nuggets of truth throughout the whole thing, but for the most part, the dialogue is like, that was a clunky way of moving that forward. I could see how someone would think that was easy, or not easy, but great. I thought it was awkward, and it wasn't as deep as I think the author thought it was. But it moves the story forward, so I'm just like, whatever. I could just ignore it and move on. And so I'm enjoying the story decently fine, without the cheesiness of the dialogue. Like I don't really care. It doesn't.
Yeah. So that's one thing the show does well. Like Mr. Wednesday is played by Ian McShane, who is a great character actor. I don't know what anything he's ever been in. Like you would probably recognize him if you saw him. He's just like one of those guys who's been in a lot of different things. Kind of, he has the chops to play Mr. Wednesday, and he plays him really, really well. And like, yeah, I think that's probably good enough to watch the show for.
Okay, I'll probably watch the show. Let me get a little bit.
I mean, not if you read the book and it's just sort of meh. Like I don't know. I like the concept of
the concept. The really interesting concept of it is exactly this conversation right here. It's that we are American. As Americans, we've lost real good myths. We don't have any. Yeah. And we, from whatever pagans came over here, We basically lost those. We crucified those myths in basically we sacrificed them to Christ. And now we're kind of departing Christ, and so it's like, well, what do we have? And it's sort of like the answer is entertainment. We basically have entertainment.
Yeah.
Hold on. Story time.
Master Yunlock, the Sith you've been tracking is upon us. Retreat to safety. I will take the intruder on.
No, Yu Li. Control your feelings. Stand at my side. I will face this trespasser.
This guy's struggling, man.
I've been watching you, Sith. In coming here, you have adulterated the journey of enlightenment.
Man, I'm bored of this guy. Can I just skip this?
Let's see.
I know
Probably.
why you've come.
I feel bad because I waited for you for
Padawan
this.
Threatens you somehow. You seek to flush her into the open and silence her.
Yeah, I don't know. Your story is pretty cool, but the stuff on this planet, it's only important that you track down the Padawan,
Be the cause
right?
of her exposure. She came to me for guidance, and the bond we struck was the most profound of my life.
Bad
We are
dialogue. It's
psychically
just
linked, she and I have already warned her about you. She will not fall for your manipulations.
Your death will cry out to her.
I love how quickly I can escalate on these
You will do so
conversations.
without the aid of your Twi'lek.
Oh, goodbye, Betty. Good. I was trying to get rid of her anyway.
Give no quarter, you leave. We fight to defend Noman Kar's Padawan.
Well, maybe I should go. Yeah, there was a time where it might have actually been like a semi-difficult thing, but
Because it's like, it got rid of my Betty, so it's like, hey, you gotta fight this without Betty.
yeah. Actually, now, I mean, even now, like the companions are a lot stronger now, I think, relative to things, but also I feel like some of the stuff that you're actually going down. Take care of you.
Ho ho, aren't you glad you're a healer? Thank you.
Not
Alright.
really. I'm okay with you.
Weapon, Sith. I beg you.
You Li, stay your tongue.
No, she is just a Padawan. You are a great master. I must bargain for your life. Sith.
Yeah, but you
I'll
should have
tell you
learned that,
everything I know.
like,
If
that's not gonna
you
happen.
Spare Master Yunlock.
Don't you want me to spare you too?
My life is less important. You may do with me as you please. Her name is Jaisa Wilsum, and Noman Kar has taken her to...
You Li, you have no recollection of the Padawan this Sith seeks.
I have no recollection of the Padawan this Sith seeks.
Now, sleep. I do not relish wiping Yuli's mind like that, but his feelings for me got the better of him.
Don't try that sorcerer's nonsense on me, Jedi.
Believe me, I would, if I didn't sense it would be futile. Jaisa is special, her power unprecedented. If untouched by the likes of you, she has the potential to lead the Jedi to greatness.
You've already failed, old man.
You know Jaisa's name, but that is all you'll get here. So you may as well kill me. I must find tranquility, so Jaisa will sense only peace when you strike me down.
Your death will wound her deeply.
Man, it's only half cool when Betty's not here to disapprove.
There is no death. Only the Force.
I read that as the 4, and it said SSS. I read ASS.
Hey, how did you wake up?
Blast.
Were you awake this whole
Put
time?
on quite a show. I knew you were good, but
She was paralyzed, man. She was watching you. She couldn't do jack, but she was watching.
Hope you enjoyed yourself.
not at all. It was infuriating not being able to wipe the sweat dripping from my nose. So, Shark said she'd be at the ship. She'd probably be done for.
You just shake your head.
She will be surprised to see us.
I'll practice my smug look on the way there.
All right.
That was the first, like, not horrible conversation you've had with Vinny.
yeah. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna follow you, and I need you to tell me how to put my dialogue boxes on.
Subtitles?
Yeah.
Just go into your options and figure it out in preferences. I'll probably find it.
Chat. Let's see. Let's try user interface. Display subtitles. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, that was basically you.
Never having looked.
You just want a free ride.
Bow now, a free ride.
I think get out of here.
Take
Oh,
it
Bill.
easy. I don't know. Gods.
I know. So I've actually thought of the concept of I don't know about putting it into such like American Gadzian terms, but if something is kind of important to the popular culture in such a way that like it becomes necessary to that culture for like just like on an average level to understand it. Like, yeah, I mean, there are plenty of people in other cultures who don't understand everything about their culture, and that's fine. But like, it shouldn't be something that has such a barred access to, right?
I feel like the Indians, East Indians, rather than Native Americans, pantheistic, locally paganistic. Your average local deity worshipping pagan actually has, in a certain way, a much better identity, a much better sense of identity, and a sense of their place in their own immediate culture than your average American. So if you go down to Indian, and I don't really know this firsthand, just basically on kind of like what I read and kind of like hear, if I listen to firsthand experiences or firsthand accounts of people that I know who travel to India, or people who I know that happen to live a little closely with their native native tribes and stuff in America, I get the feeling that there's not the same quite identity crisis if your local deities are much more attached to you than your average American has. What an average American has to grasp at is the new Katy Perry album, or the new like Kanye,
which is not all that great,
American Gods, or the new, I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing, but they're grasping at the same thing through those other things, through the pop culture, and they're missing it. I feel like they're missing it regularly, whereas through the aid of local deities, sometimes people can get at that better, essentially. And again, this whole, I don't know, I'm following you.
Well, I followed your quest tracker to here.
Oh, wow. It fell off, man. Hold on, let me go back to the last zone real quick. Hang on.
Guru the Dunes.
I gotta speak with, talk to Sherak Reeb. Wow, that's crazy. Talk to Sherak Reeb. Okay, let me look. You follow the path to Nomenkar's Padawan took for the legendary Jedi Master. You have conclusively dealt with Yonshla. Now you must turn to your ship in Mosla Spaceport and update Sherak Reeb.
Oh, so go back to your ship.
So just fast travel?
Yeah.
Where's my ship at?
The closest one will be Silt Shift Cantina.
How do you know this?
Because I just know the layout of the map a little bit.
Hmm.
Or I just I learn it a little bit as we're playing, just a tiny bit. But
anyway, the other thing I think about it is, if I think about the good old days, if I think about good old America, things being as American and apple pie. One of those things that's as American as apple pie is baseball. And baseball is
having a resurgence.
Yeah, it's having a resurgence.
But you didn't know that.
Think about what I used to do as a kid, and what others used to do as kids is when you can't afford to go to the actual baseball game, what you do is you travel physically to the baseball game, and you look over the fence and you enjoy it from afar. Really, I mean, they can't block your eyes. Maybe you can't afford a ticket, but you could peek over the fence and get a free show. And it's not a good free show. It's, you know.
I've peeked for a free show before too, but not for baseball.
Different kind of free show.
Also got chased by the cops. But
all right. Anyway, we'll leave that one alone. Anyway,
whatever.
Start conversation.
Welcome to Tatooine, all of you. If you hold a moment, I can provide directions to the
talk to
research
that person.
center.
You have confused me with
How many times I
someone
have to
else.
tell you not to talk to that person? Like, stop.
Sorry,
Just exit out of that
right.
conversation, please.
All right. Hate that guy.
That's the same one that you got before. I was like, okay, we're not doing that quest.
Yeah, he's stupid.
How do
That's
you
a
not
stupid
get that?
quest. I don't know.
How do you not get that? Like, that's not your ship's hangar.
He's kind of like my ship's hanger. I thought that guy was.
You're talking to the same person who's been following you around the whole time, right?
I feel like he's my ship's hanger. If not, he should be.
What is your ship hanger? I'm gonna come with you. Making sure you get on board. Frick me.
Well.
I think ultimately I think that I think you're putting it in too serious. You gotta talk to this person here, Shirak.
Too epic. I'm putting too much emphasis.
You're putting too much emphasis on it. I don't think it's as like almost fatalistic as you might be putting it. I can't talk to her, so I'm going back to my ship. I think you're done here, and I'm done here. So.
Oh, is she my new follower?
No,
oh.
I don't think so.
The mission is complete.
This is a great lesson. The only barriers that exist are the ones we
but anyway, yeah, I mean you're not wrong. It's just you're putting it into you're making too big of a deal out of it. I don't think it's quite that big of a deal.
I tend to be correct. I mean, not correct. I tend to overstate these things.
Yeah, not a surprise. I know you actually. That's why I'm saying it. But yeah, no, you've got the right. You've got the right of it. You just have the wrong level. Right, you're putting it at like a 10, and it's really probably like a 4 or 5. No.
I think sometimes I put things as a 10 for emphasis, like I maybe overstate them. Because...
Well, and I understand that too. That's just like a part of that's like a debater's mindset, I think. And we know you're a what kind of debater? Wait, what? Third grade jokes. I don't know.
So I think one of the reasons why I do also overemphasize it is also if it's not just to persuade people. So the debater's mindset is to say like maybe I'm persuading people, so I have to overstate things for persuasion. And someone might accuse me of trying to persuade myself. I think it's not that either. I think another reason for the overemphasis is maybe something like it's not nihilistic. This isn't a nihilistic like I don't think rules, or I don't think boundaries, or it's not communistic, it's not nihilistic. It's saying that there's actually other reasons that are not money based to make content free.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think it's a huge deal really. I think it's only a big deal because people can't always afford it. And so the goal should be of content creators like it should rest on a content creator's shoulder, assuming this is where we went, because I was sort of not listening to you as you were talking. So but it should the burden of making the work affordable is on the content creator after a point in which they've made enough money off of it, right? And that's on them. That's up to them. And if they don't do it, like they should technically be able to do what they want. It's like it's almost like a pro-choice sort of mindset, right? Like, okay, this one thing is bad, but you should still have the choice. Like it's up to you. It's not my place to tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
And so it's sort of the same thing in this case, although definitely not nearly as serious of maybe an issue politically, but the idea that like it would be cool if once you've made your money off of something that you made the right choice basically. But it's your choice to make, and it's not my place to ever tell you what you can and can't do with your money. Like don't tell somebody what to do with their work, with their money, with whatever, right?
Yeah. I went to Eldoran. Is that where I'm supposed to go?
I do believe. Well, did you touch your?
I touched it.
Did you touch your butt?
I touched it.
You touched the thing.
I did. I ran my mouth to Dark Barris again, and he has nothing to say, dude. He can't handle me. He doesn't.
I'm gonna have to talk to Darsash here in a sec. So I'm gonna mute you for a minute.
Hey, Penguin. Actually, while he meets me, are you still there? I have a very serious and important question that I want to ask you. I agree. Penguin says it's like a street performer. You watch, if you like, you pay. wait.
Yeah, that's essentially how I feel about Twitch. Actually, it's basically like being a street performer.
Street performer. He says it would be strange if in the middle of a performance the artist demanded money mid-performance. By the way, I'm taking bits. Not anyway.
And if you want to see the rest of this conversation, pay me now.
Anyway, Penguin. So, I wanted to ask. So, you had talked to me about completing the story of a certain video game you're working on, and I expressed to you a slight uncomfortability with my ability to complete stories. But this guy, Lackey, is actually maybe right up his alley. And
Whoa.
But the other thing is we're looking at getting into creative streaming, and I wanted to see if in general you don't have any huge aversions to that, and if you do not have any huge aversions to joining a sort of creative stream with us, maybe we could talk offline about what the details of that might look like.
Suddenly something came up. No.
I gotta go.
I didn't hear that last part. Sorry.
That's the question: is do you have aversions to doing an online creative with Lackey and I?
Simple answer: yes.
Simple answer: AFK.
So are you here yet?
I think I am.
Look, don't talk to this person.
I'm gonna talk to that person. They're gonna probably tell me something.
No, this is the thing. Like, that's the quest for the planet. We don't talk to those people. We just do the story missions with the class. At least until we're like low on experience for the area, and then.
Dude, did I tell you I hate your speeder? Have I told you that yet?
Why do you hate my speeder?
I probably have told you far too much about how the Sith are right. 5.
At least 5. I lost count. I'll have to go back and check.
No, man, that's it.
Really, it is 6 technically, but I wasn't live for the first one.
Should be fun. No dancing. We won't be dancing.
Can you do dancing for creative? Because I have some moves I'm trying to try out.
You could do dancing. There is people who do dancing. It's kind of cringeworthy.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of things that are cringeworthy for me.
There are. No, this is having to do with online story writing, online pixel art creation, and
online like getting banned from Twitch.
online stripping.
Which, I mean, if I did it, I might get some views. Yeah. People like to watch train wrecks.
I'm gonna kill the stream here in a minute. We'll probably finish out these last few quests, and then I'll invite you to Discord if you like, and we can kind of talk about the details a little bit.
You're a real diplomat.
What? Oh, look at me, standing all smug in the doorway. Hey, are you a Jedi? I'll kill you if you are.
Procedures that must be adhered to. Your disregard for our family rules is appalling. You are an abomination. Goodbye, cousin.
Good day, sir. I said good day, sir.
Fools. They won't be feeling much of anything for long.
Duke Kendo, Darth Barras sent me.
What? You're not on my schedule.
Schedule?
I don't appreciate being interrupted. Barras isn't even on my radar, Sith. I have a war to wage and personal ambitions to achieve here.
Is breathing one of your personal ambitions?
A threat? You see these Sith I have attending me? Your corpse will be my message to your master. Femrest, make this intruder a distant memory, will you?
Oh, we're fighting.
I'm sorry, Duke Kendo. We are assigned to protect you and support your interests in the struggle for Alderaan. But we serve the Emperor first, and we will not cross Darth Barras or his apprentice.
It's good to know some people have respect.
We consider you an ally, friend,
Nice. You hear that? All your helpers are like loyal to me. What are you gonna do about that, man?
Okay.
All right, so I guess I have to listen.
Regarding your master's needs, how can I make amends?
You can start by bowing to me, too.
Of course. Consider it a small demonstration of my repentance.
Dude, I love it.
I pledge the same level of focus that had me so absorbed in my own work. I pledge myself to your directives, and as I aid you, perhaps you'll be moved to help me in mine.
Unless your directives involve your suicide, I won't be participating.
You hear that, kids? We don't do anything like that.
Yeah, don't do suicides, kid.
Darth Barris wanted information on a young Alderaanian girl who was taken off planet to train with Jedi Master Nomen Carr. I was to locate her family so that you could, well, send the girl a message.
That is my understanding.
The truth is, information about this girl is difficult to come by. I managed only one lead. Nomen Carr's Padawan fits the description of the former handmaiden of a noblewoman in House Alder named Lady Renata. I've questioned her already, but Renata is protected by House Alder's greatest champion. The man has never met his match in melee.
There's nothing I can't handle.
If I may, once you've eliminated her protector and gotten what you need, I would personally be very indebted if you'd arrange to have Lady Renata brought to us for questioning.
The reward better be worth my while.
Oh, I'll personally see to it if you deliver the fair woman to me, unscathed. While House Alder is a small player on Alderaan, it is affiliated with House Organa. Therefore,
I kind of regret that decision.
There's a creepiness to this guy's tone.
Be cautious.
Caution is for worms like you.
I won't argue with you there. Hope to see you soon. Until then,
keep bowing. Just keep doing that.
You don't have Vetty to disapprove.
Where's Vetty? Hey, bring her back. Where's Vetty? Get her over here.
You have to click on that face and summon or something.
Oh, where's that face? Dude, it moved. Where's my crap?
You can also hit in and then click on the player, on the character.
Got it. Betty.
How's it going, my lord?
Shut up. About creative, Penguin says, we must dance and then do interpretive stripping. I don't know what interpretive stripping is. What would we be? What do strippers normally interpret? I don't know.
We could do... Hold on. A good joke for that would be like, find a type of dance, put the type of dance in front of stripping. You did that with interpretive stripping, and then the same with like a type of stripping. Put that in front of dance, but it always works for dance. That's the problem. Like, if you say like erotic dance, like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand that joke.
The joke, unfortunately, there's no way to make the joke work completely.
It's a rough one, man. That's a rough joke.
But I like the idea of interpretive stripping.
Interpretive stripping.
Yeah, maybe it's like stripping while, like when I was looking for different programs to learn how to speak Chinese, which I'd never really learned. Just throwing that out there. There was like...
Just throwing out my own personal failures for the whole world.
There was like sexy Mandarin or something like that. And it was basically interpretive stripping, in a way.
That's pretty funny. Alright, where are you going?
I'm going here. I was looking for you.
It would be creative, though, is what Penguin
It would be
says.
creative. I read the terms for creative, and it was like, well, we understand some people like to have, you know, their art is whatever. We're trying to find a way to make it so people can have their true vision in their art. But for right now, please, no nudity. or blood or violence or anything, you know.
That's pretty funny. I'm sure there's
My
all
lady,
kinds
this
of
must be the
litigation.
Sith we've been
Sorry.
expecting.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel his power.
Welcome, Sith. I'm sorry for the chaos. Alderaan is on the
See
brink
my
of
power?
civil war, but House Thule owes the Empire so much.
Dude, they were respectful to you. They came at me swinging when I went to talk to my people.
It's my guy, my lady set up better than your
The
guy.
Empire isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Every government has its
Wait, what?
flaws.
I didn't mean to say that.
If
I said
not
don't be
for the
naive.
Empire, House Thule, I would not be on Alderaan today. But our history can hardly be of interest to you. Darth Zash mentioned you're after a certain artifact. Am I correct?
My options are yes, lady. I'm not telling you. That depends.
I'm not telling
what
you
was
is
it?
Matt's answer.
Excellent. Then
Yeah,
I should
I'm
be
not
able to
telling.
help you quite a bit. Allow me to introduce Ertel Morin. He's my personal Sith guard. He did some preliminary investigation after Darth Zash called.
It is an honor. I've heard many things about Lord Zash's apprentice. I began my research on a Hunch House Organa close to ties with the Jedi. We captured and chatted with a Chamberlain of House Organa.
He confirmed that Organa holds the artifact, and that it is kept in their private vault in the Elysium.
How dare you torture someone without me?
I will be sure to bring you in on the fun next time.
I feel like your guy's not nearly as evil as mine, but he tries to
The
be.
key is held by Nomar.
My guy understands
a
evil.
powerful, revered, and insufferable Jedi Master.
Doesn't know how to
You're
show it
only
all the
Sith on
time.
Alderaan who even stands a chance of defeating Nomar. We must bring him here.
Nomar Organa has a reputation for strength and power, but above all, for his principles. He is, by all accounts, the perfect Jedi.
But everyone has weaknesses. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Bring him here and I'll twist his arm.
I suggest you start in the library of House Alder. They are devoted keepers of Alderaan's history. Personal connections, I think, would be most useful. Siblings he was particularly close to, childhood friends. But be careful. House Alde is a close ally of Organa. They're likely to attack anyone from Thule on sight.
It's a
Your
pleasure
cape
to
is
meet you,
clipping
sir.
through that couch.
This is madness.
Voodoo sorceress.
I think I'm gonna actually call the stream there.
It's fine. You want to get out of the zone, but
yeah, I think. But that's a great place to start. On Friday. Friday. Everyone. Penguin. Whoever else is in the Twitch channel, YouTube. Come back tomorrow, not to enjoy myself, but to enjoy a Cthulhu, a Thursday. With
no, it's,
my,
it's not Cthulhu, Thursday.
It's a Cthulhu, a Thursday. Cthulhu, Thursday with my buddy, Lackey Revenge. You can find him at twitch.tv/LACKEYREVENGE. And he's got some fun stuff. You can see the recap. He posted it on.
Well,
posted on
fun
YouTube,
is
right?
Fun is a stretch.
Fun is a stretch. Put the post to the recap either in your Twitch feed or somewhere else. That way people put it on
I
my.
have a post on my Twitch.
Oh, you got it. It's on Twitch. So go watch the recap so you could get caught up on the story last week, and then come follow him if you haven't. But anyway, I'll catch you next time live on Friday, and we'll probably playing some SWTOR. And I win the over and under, I think, because I didn't talk about that one thing that I'm not going to mention right now.
Hey, Josh, I have a question. I have a question before you sign off.
You tell me.
Like, I think the Jedi are basically right. And like really everything the Jedi say is basically right. What do you think, Josh?
I think you may just be correct. All right. Good night, Twitch. Take it easy.
Yeah, I'm off too.